Honestly, at this point, I'm starting to think that if the SIBO test comes back negative, I might just give up on finding a cure. Because I don't think that I'm gonna get a diagnosis at this point, and I think it's a motility issue. I don't think I have SIBO. And if it's a motility issue, it's not curable. I don't have any hope about this anymore. I really don't. But onwards we go. So I just threw up for the 3rd time today. I had a little more chocolate because I was hungry and I wanted it, and I threw up some of it. Something that makes me really angry in this whole thing is there are people in my life and friends and whatnot who are like, oh, you're not really throwing up because you're only throwing up small amounts. That doesn't mean that I'm not throwing up. It is disgusting. It is like heinous looking. It is like heinous smelling. It's like chunky. It's gross. And I have to do it like at work sometimes. Like sometimes it happens in front of people, like because I don't have any control over it. Just all of a sudden it happens. Just so people try to invalidate my experience by saying I'm not throwing up enough for it to be throwing up. I'm like, I don't, like, there are some times where I do throw up large amounts. Most of the time it's like kind of a handful type of thing. But it still counts. It's still disgusting. I still don't want to be doing it. It's still not normal. It still means that I'm sick. And just the thought of like accepting this as my normal is like so weird and bizarre. It just feels traumatic to be like, this is my normal now. I don't know. Like, I'm still in shock that I'm this sick, honestly. I'm still in shock because I can't like mentally process this at all. It is the night before my SIBO prep day. I ate a lot of jelly beans. I'm obsessed with these Sour Patch Kids jelly beans. If you have access to a Target in North Carolina, you may be able to find these there. They're phenomenal. Beans. And then Robert and I shared a plate of cheese crackers. So we were eating like Ritz crackers and cheddar cheese. We had cheese and crackers. It was a very good final delicious meal before I have to eat white rice all day tomorrow. I thought I was gonna make some eggs to prepare for tomorrow, but I didn't. I literally just cooked like this huge thing of white rice. So that's like all I'm going to be eating tomorrow is rice, and then probably for dinner I'll make some eggs. I will talk to you guys tomorrow on prep day. So I'm just on my lunch break right now. I usually come home for my lunch break because we live so insanely close to my office. I have no idea how for 3 years in college I ate mostly just carbs and was like fine, because just a morning of not having my normal like protein bars or almond butter or cashew butter or fruit or nuts or just things I normally eat, just only being able to eat white rice, I feel terrible. And I had appetite at the beginning of the day, but now like looking down the barrel of like only eating rice until dinner time when I get to have eggs, I just don't want to eat anymore. Like that big thing of rice is just sitting at my desk right now. I've had like 2 bites of it. I just can't even bear it. The small meals thing was helping for a while, and now it doesn't really matter what I eat. I just keep having stomach pain and throwing it up. Like I've even thrown up some rice today, honestly. So I don't know what's wrong with me. I want this test to be over with. I'm so tired of prepping for all these tests and having to do all this fancy stuff. I'm so sick of these tests. Like I'm so glad this is the last test. Even if it doesn't show anything, I'm glad it's the last freaking test for right now, because the prep is annoying. I am extremely hungry, so I am not going to probably vlog like how I'm feeling when I get inside, because when I get inside I'm gonna want to cook. I was able to have rice during the day, and then I'm also able to have eggs and like a little bit of oil and like a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm having a lot of eggs for dinner. I'm so hungry. My blood sugar is so low, and I just could not bring myself to like eat this rice. Like it kept getting cold, so I had this like huge container of rice and I did not eat it. I took like a couple bites of it. I did eat all of my small container of rice, like this is all gone, but that was probably like maybe 400 calories, and that's all I've had today. I want to eat like my heart out after this test. I'm like out of breath because I'm so weak right now, like just talking. I don't know how I did all these restrictive diets when I was in high school and college. In high school I was anorexic and I was able to restrict myself so much, and then in college I was doing the high carb vegan thing and like not eating like sugar, and I don't know how I did that. When I crave something now, I just want to eat it, and that's part of why this illness is so crippling feeling because I finally just want to eat what I crave and eat whatever I want, and I'm throwing stuff up and I'm getting sick, and it's so irritating to me. But I think it goes to show me how much of a mental illness it was when I had anorexia and when I had kind of a form of anorexia with the really restrictive like vegan diet. I'm not saying all veganism is anorexia, but I think for mine, like, it kind of was, even though I was like binge eating. I have complicated feelings about it. I'll get into that in some other video sometime. But like, that aside, just realizing how locked in your mind can be, that like you're able to restrict that much. It is a full like mental illness, because now restricting, it's so hard. And I'm out of breath, like my stomach hurts, I'm so freaking hungry. So I'm gonna go get some eggs because I cannot do this anymore. Cannot. I'm having the eggs later than I thought because I ended up going for a walk and talking to my mom. But here are the eggs that I made. These are 4 eggs cooked with salt and pepper and then a tiny bit of olive oil. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have more than this, but I'm starting with these 4 and then I'll make more later. Okay, so I'm starting to think that I might actually eat all the eggs that I have in the house because I'm really hungry and I'm not gonna be able to eat at all tomorrow until after the test, and the test doesn't start until noon. So right now I'm cooking more eggs. That is 5 eggs, and I'm gonna eat those with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And I have 5 eggs left, so we'll see if I eat all my eggs. I will let you know. Okay, this was from the second batch of eggs that I made, which there was 5 eggs in the pan. And now there's just like, I don't know how many I ate or didn't eat. I maybe ate like half of them. I don't know. I can still tell that like I need more food, but like physically my stomach is too full because I can only really eat like small meals, and so I just cannot eat anymore. So it's later on in the evening and I've changed into my pajamas and I'm extremely nauseous. So I'm really glad that I did not eat any more eggs than what I ate because I'm so nauseous and I just feel terrible. So it is 7:30 and I just woke up. I was dreaming about food all night. I was dreaming about eating ice cream and frozen yogurt and fruit and candy. And so when I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, should I eat? I was like so scared that I'd like gotten up and like eaten, and I did not eat, but I want to eat and I want to drink water and I can't. So this is gonna be a tough morning. Okay, so I need to arrive for the test. It says by 12:15, and I'm kind of looking like at the instructions here to make sure I don't do anything wrong. So it says by 7 p.m. the night before, you're supposed to stop eating, which I stopped eating by like 7:30 last night, so that's fine. After 12 a.m. you can't have any water. Stop like drinking water after 12 p.m., which I did. That's it. I can't exercise. The reason for the restricted diet is I'm so brain dead from not eating. The reason for the restricted diet the day before is so that you can like starve the bacteria, so that when they give you the sugar solution before the test, like the bacteria will like come alive and like show themselves. I'm pretty sure. Like they'll want to binge eat. I don't know. I think that's why you do it. Brain dead. So I was kind of too antsy at the apartment to like relax and watch YouTube videos, and Robert started his new job this week on Tuesday, which basically means that he has to get up way earlier than he normally does, because he normally sleeps like way in and then stays up way late, and now he has to get on a more normal schedule. And he realized that having food really helps him like jumpstart and like get ready for his day. And we have like no breakfast food at the apartment that he actually likes, because usually I'm the only one eating breakfast. So I decided like to get out of the apartment, get out of the temptation of like staring at the water or staring at the food that I want, just go out. I'm gonna go to Wegmans, just get some breakfast food for Robert and just kind of enjoy the beautiful day. The birds are chirping. I love this so much. So you know how they say like don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry? I bought way too much stuff, but I am gonna show you guys what I bought because I want to show you. I am gonna, I think, drive to where there might be better lighting though, because this lighting is like cutting my face weird. Oh, this is much better. All right, so let me show you what I got. So you're gonna realize when I show you this that Robert and I do eat very differently. He doesn't eat as healthfully as me. He definitely eats a lot more processed foods, and I used to judge him for that, honestly. And after going through my own stomach struggles and realizing that healthy foods typically also make my stomach worse because of the high volume and water content, I really can't judge him. And honestly, life is short, you only live once, and if these foods make him happy, I really don't care anymore. I just want him to be happy, and I want myself to be happy, and I want to eat candy when I want to eat candy, and I don't judge him for this at all anymore. We have 2 boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and we also have 2 Red Bulls. Robert drinks energy drinks every day, so 2 Red Bulls. Sometimes I get him the Celsius ones, which are healthier, but he doesn't always like those. He likes to have Red Bulls when he wants to have Red Bull. I usually bring soap to my work because I'm allergic to a lot of other kinds of soap, and we're running out of soap at work, so I got this lemongrass soap. I also got organic milk. I do typically only buy organic milk because I think it tastes better. I got bacon, but I'm not gonna take the bacon out of the package. Robert really loves these Nature's Valley salty and sweet granola bars, so I got him some of those. I got him some fruit snacks. I got him some Pop-Tarts. And then I got these for myself. These look kind of interesting, so I got these fruit strips for myself. Oh, this bag is just bananas. I got bananas. I like them kind of green, so I got like green bananas. So this is a treat for Robert. He really loves like apple desserts, and so I got him an apple Danish, and I'm gonna give it to him this morning. Got some chocolate frosting for myself. Whenever I go to the store, I also always get a new type of chocolate bar. So I got this cashew butter chocolate bar. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've recently become obsessed with cashew butter. I got these dark chocolate chips. These are for me. And these are also for me. I really, really love RX bars. So if you have not had an RX bar before, get on it. They're delicious. My friend Miriam turned me onto them, and they're super high protein. They're super, super good. So I would recommend those. So this is to go with the chocolate frosting. I got gluten-free baking mix for making a cake. I've never made a gluten-free cake, but I really want to. And then I got avocado oil. I don't like using vegetable oil, but avocado oil is kind of like neutral tasting. So I got this to go into the baking mix. Then I also got these. Robert really loves Stroop waffles, and so I got him these as a treat. Okay, so this bag is stuff that I got purely for me. I got this. So I've been loving making smoothies with this because it helps with my portion control, because I normally put like way too much fruit in my smoothies, and the dietitian said that I had to have portion control. And so this is like only 140 calories per bag, and so it's like a single smoothie's worth. So I've been getting these, and they make really, really, really good smoothies. And then I also got some kombucha. I have not been able to eat kombucha for 2 or 3 weeks because of prepping for this SIBO test. You can't have anything fermented, so I haven't been able to have any yogurt or kimchi or anything. So this is like my reward. A lot of this is gonna be my reward, let's face it. Then, because I haven't had yogurt in like weeks, I got these. These are super, super good. These like kids drinkable yogurts. And then the last 2 things that I got are drinks. I got these Izzy grapefruit sodas. And then I also got diet soda for Robert. Diet soda is one of the things that I do judge him for drinking. I don't think he should drink it, but I buy it for him because it's what he likes. And if I didn't buy it, he'd buy it for himself. So I got Coke Zero Sugar, and I also got Diet Mountain Dew in the 2 liter as well, but they're heavy, so I'm not gonna lift up the other one. But yeah, that is my grocery haul pre-SIBO test. Obviously I can't eat any of this, but it did help get my mind off things for a little while, so I'm gonna go home and chill, and then next to my vlog, I'll be driving to my test. So I'm just wearing like kind of pajama-y clothes to go down and get this test because, I mean, that seems appropriate. I'm just gonna be sitting in a room. I also brought this bag, which my friend Susanna got us for our honeymoon, and then we ended up not really using it on our honeymoon because we never went swimming in Hawaii. But I have 2 books in here, and I also have my bottle of water, which I'm not going to drink, but I want to have it available to me so as soon as the test is over, I can drink the bottle of water. Let's go to the hospital once again. I'm so lightheaded. Like, I want water, I want food, like it's all I can think about. I just want this test to be over. Like, I am so tired of these freaking tests. So I'm just walking up. It is so weird to be going to this appointment without Robert because Robert has been to every appointment from like the beginning of this because he had a really flexible schedule. He was in grad school and then he was job searching, so he had like an extremely flexible schedule. And now I have to do this by myself because he's working. I've never been to this hospital before. It's making me nervous. So I had two options. I could either stay in this room for the whole test, or I could go to the waiting room and then come to this room every time that I get tested. And I decided I'm just gonna stay in this room for the whole test because it's quiet. I'm the only one in here, and I don't have to keep walking from the waiting room to here every like 15-20 minutes. So the first part of the test, basically I checked in and everything, and then I had to do an initial like baseline breath, and then I had to drink this sugar and water solution that tasted kind of like watered down toothpaste, but it's the first water that I've had since midnight last night, so it tasted wonderful. And now I'm just chilling in this room, and every 20 minutes I have to breathe into this bag and they measure my breath. That's all I have to do. So yeah, this is the room, and that's the machine that they use to measure my breath. So I don't know what it measures, but it measures like stuff in the breath. And yeah, it looks like that. It's super cool. So the person administering my test is gonna come back in like 20 minutes. And so I think while I wait for her, I'm going to read. And I started this book like a year or two ago and never finished it. It's called Educated, and it's a memoir, and so I'm just gonna kind of read that while I wait for her to come back in. I have already started having acid reflux of just like the water. Like literally sometimes just water causes it. And then it tastes really, really sour because it's water and stomach bile, and it just tastes so sour. Fun times. I am so lightheaded just from not eating that I cannot even read this book. Like the words are just blurring. So I might just have to like sit here and like scroll through Instagram or something because like I'm just non-functional. So she just did my second breath test, and then 20 minutes from now she's gonna do another one. And I don't know, this test makes me so nervous because it seems like we're measuring like breath. Like it just seems like so many things could go wrong. Like I have to breathe into this tube, and then the syringe inflates, and then she attaches the syringe to the machine, and the machine has to run and do something and then spits out numbers, and there just seems like a lot of room for error. It makes me nervous, but I'm trying to let it go and just let it happen. So I just had my third round of breath testing. I'm so tired. Like, they do it every 20 minutes at first, and then they do it every 30 minutes. So now I have to wait 30 minutes for the next one, and then 30 minutes after that, and then I'm done. I still can't read because I'm just like, my brain is just too like gone. So I'm just like watching food posts and videos on Instagram, just dreaming of food. That's all I'm doing, dreaming of food. So I have no idea if this test is going to be positive or not. I have no idea, but like the numbers at the beginning were like really low, and then like the test that we just did, which is the second to last test, the nurse was like, oh my god, and I was like, okay. So I guess like my numbers were really low, and then they like jumped like way up, and I have no idea if that's normal or not. I don't know. It's making me nervous now. One more test, one more breath to go. So I've been like Googling my butt off, and apparently going from like 9 to 42 is a huge jump. So maybe I have SIBO, which doesn't necessarily mean that I don't have a motility issue, because often SIBO is caused by motility issues, so I could technically have both, which would suck. But maybe if I get the SIBO treated, it will cure all my symptoms, and maybe I won't have a motility issue. I don't know. I want to have like a diagnosis that's treatable, because dysmotility is untreatable. So let's hope for the best or the worst. I don't know what you would say here. So I wasn't able to like record my final numbers because like I was in there with the nurse, but my final numbers were 49 for hydrogen and 10 for methane, and like she didn't freak when she saw those. She was like normal about it or whatever, but I think that's high. Like I don't think that the 10 for methane is high, but I think that the 49 for hydrogen is high. I think, but I don't know what like scale the breath test thing measures. Like I don't know what unit of measurement it is. So maybe 49 is normal, I don't know, but 49 seems high, especially like coming from my original value being like 4, and then it was like 4 again, and then it was 9. I remember it because I was like staring at it like for the whole time. Kind of nervous that I have SIBO, but kind of happy because then so SIBO can be caused by motility issues. So it could be that I have SIBO and a motility issue, which would suck. But maybe I just have SIBO, and maybe that's what's causing all my issues, I don't know. But the other thing is like hydrogen dominant SIBO is normally like the type of SIBO that gives you diarrhea, and I haven't really had any diarrhea in this whole process. So I'm also kind of confused if I have the hydrogen dominant SIBO, why my symptoms have been the way they've been. I'm so confused, but maybe I have SIBO and I hope that I have it. But treating it can be kind of a pain. So well, that'll be a whole other journey, but my mind is just like racing. I want the results, but hopefully I'll get them soon. I don't know how long it'll take. She said a week, but they've said a week with like all of my other results, and I've gotten the results like the same day. So hopefully it's like all the other tests. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and get some kombucha and some food and enjoy my day. My entire body, like my legs, my arms, everything is shaking from like low blood sugar, but I'm gonna drink this whole thing of water before I drive home so that I can at least start getting my hydration back up. It tastes so good. I cannot wait to eat my heart out when I get home. Alrighty, so I'm finally getting my kombucha. I drank all the water that I had in my bag, and this kombucha tastes so good after not having it for so long. I did not expect these to be as amazing as they are. If you live near a Wegmans, get some of these. These are so good. I've already eaten 3. So after I ate those fruit strip things, which I ate the whole box of them, I finished a bag of 2 potato chips, and then I made a smoothie, and now I have a gluten-free cake in the oven. I've never baked anything like gluten-free really, but I got this at Wegmans, which I already showed you. I already showed you what I got at Wegmans. So this is the thing I got from Wegmans, and I'm making the cake. And I've been checking for my test results like every few minutes, and I don't think I'm gonna get them today. Robert and I looked at a whole bunch of different charts and stuff for SIBO, and we cannot figure out if I have it or not. Like I thought if I had the raw numbers, I could like figure it out, so I wouldn't have to like be as stressed about the results, but like it's just too complex. Like the diagnosis of this is just too complex. Like it's so much more complex than like a positive or a negative. So that's probably why my results are taking a while, and I probably won't have them until maybe a week. I don't know. I forget. My brain is still like slow from just not eating for a while. So I guess I should update you on my cake. So this is my cake. It is vanilla 2-layer cake with chocolate sauce or chocolate icing, and I use this chocolate icing. It's really, really rich dark chocolate, and it's made with like good ingredients, so I really liked this. And yeah, it tastes really good. I think it would taste better if it was like more vanilla-y, because the taste of like the white cake is kind of plain. I think with like a vanilla icing would have been better, which is what Robert said, but I bought chocolate icing already. It's good with chocolate icing, but I think vanilla icing would be really, really good. Still no result. I imagine I won't have them for a while.